The name of our lesson: the power of our words. This Shabbat, we will study something that literally has the power to justify you of receiving the awesome blessing of eternal life in the Most High's kingdom, or have the power to condemn you to burn forever in a lake of fire. Your own words. Here is wisdom. Yeshua said this in Matthew chapter 12, verses 35 through 37. Let's go there. In Matthew chapter 12, verses 35 through 37, we read, "A good man out of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things, and an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things. But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned." If you clearly understood the 37th verse, that Yeshua said, "For by thy words thou shalt be justified into the kingdom of the Most High, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned, sentenced to eternal damnation in a lake of fire." If you understand what Yeshua said in the 37th verse, put a 7 up in this room. For it's vitally important going forward in this lesson prepared. Todah Rabbah, continuing. Truly, you Hebrews, this is a powerful saying. The words we speak had a potential to determine our salvation. We need to always consider that every idle word we speak will be brought before the judge. Ask yourself this question: can we stand the Son of Man? We must be ever mindful, Zion, that the tongue is so often a snare. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 13. One verse, so understanding could be had this Shabbat pertaining to these serious spiritual matters. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 13, we read, "The wicked is snared by the transgression of his lips, but the just shall come out of trouble." Let me read that again. The wicked is snared by the transgression of his lips. But the just shall come out of trouble. Now let's read Psalms 39, verses 1 and 2. Let's rightfully divide the word of the Most High this Shabbat, that understanding might be had by one and all. Because, see, sometimes it's best not to say nothing in certain situations than let the tongue become a snare unto you. In the 39th Psalm, verses 1 and 2, we read, I said, I will take heed to my ways, that I sin not with my tongue. I will keep my mouth with a bridle, while the wicked is before me. I was dumb with silence. I held my peace, even from good, and my sorrow was stirred. Yeshua knew this wisdom. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 53, verse 7. And let us see what was prophesied 600 years before Yeshua came in the flesh, fulfilling the prophecies of the prophet Isaiah pertaining to the Son of the Most High Yah coming in the flesh. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 53, verse 7, we read, He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he openeth not his mouth. Now let's see the fulfillment of this Isaiah in Luke chapter 23, verses 8 and 9. This wasn't fulfilled by none of these wannabe last day messiahs. This don't pertain to Hulan Mitchell Jr. or Benamy the bus driver down in the desert. They ain't the Messiah. This pertains to who Isaiah prophesied about, who came in the flesh. Yeshua HaMashiach, the Lion of the tribe of Yehudah, the King of the Hebrews. In Luke chapter 23, verses 8 and 9, we read, And when Herod saw Yeshua, he was exceeding glad, for he was desirous to see him of a long season, been wanting to look upon the Son of Man. Heard about all the miracles and healings, giving sight to the blind, giving the cripple the ability to get up and walk back home. Carry your bed with you. Let everybody see you. And when Herod saw Yeshua, he was exceeding glad, for he was desirous to see of him of a long season, because he had heard many things of him, and he had hoped to have seen some miracle done by him. Then he questioned with him in many words, but he answered him nothing. He answered him nothing. Sometimes in this walk, we wonder about what words we should speak in various situations. But we must learn to recognize the right times to say nothing at all. Let us walk as Yeshua walked. You can avoid a whole lot of conflict and strife and stress by applying this wisdom. if you have read the book of Proverbs, it leaves quite an imprint in your mind as to the sad and dangerous state of a fool. Many times, it compares the wise man to the foolish man. Yet in the same book, there are at least two types of men who are in worse condition than a fool. One who is wise in his own conceit. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 26, verse 12. So if you didn't know what this meant previously, you sure gonna know what it means going henceforth and forward. There are two types of men who are in worse condition than a fool. One who is wise in his own conceit. In Proverbs chapter 26, verse 12, we read, "Seest thou a man wise in his own conceit? There is more hope of a fool than of him." Now, Brother Jacob's words, that is, right there in the Holy Bible. The word of Yah. Now let's go to Proverbs chapter 29, verse 21 verse. And look at this other man that's in bad shape, who's in worse shape than a fool. In Proverbs chapter 29, verse 20, we clearly read, "Seest thou a man that is hasty in his own words? There is more hope of a fool than of him." Y'all done ran across some of them type Hebrews before. For some reason, just get off on arguing. Or start an argument over the slightest thing. And before you know it, it'll escalate. And then sometimes it may not even start out as an argument. It may be a disagreement about something. It may be a scriptural interpretation y'all quite ain't seeing eye to eye on. And they'll take it like it's a mortal wounding. Before you know it, they declaring you their mortal enemy. See, that's a man that's hasty in his words. The manuscript says there's more hope of a fool than of him. There is more hope for a fool than for one who is wise in his own conceits or hasty in his own words. In other words, let me break this down. There is more hope for a fool than for one who does not know the wisdom of the Most High, but thinks he has his own wisdom, and you can't teach him nothing. That's wise in your own conceits. If y'all understood what wise in your own conceits, if I broke that down properly, put a 77 up in her if you know what wise in your own conceits is. That's them Hebrews who love to kind of talk down to you. Especially if you know they tell you something you don't quite agree with. Like, really, everything in the book of Revelation took place 2,000 years ago. That's that concept of preterism. That some of these Hebrews try to run past us, and we have told them, ho, pump your brakes, slow your roll, player, let's talk about this. Let's bang on this a little tape. Oh, they want to run off. Y'all unlearn it. No, we ain't unlearn it. Look like you kind of wise in your own conceits. Like your own wisdom then came up with that, and then we showed them where the Jesuits came with this foolishness. We ain't heard from them since. Feelings hurt, they done ran off. We keep it moving all the way to the kingdom. Todah. Now that's wise in your own conceits. And the other man that's in worse shape than a fool is somebody who is quick to get angry and mad. and want to start using vile or hasty words. You know, we call them around here fighting words. You know, you just can't talk to me any kind of way, player. Some of these Negroes, you know, they think they got shiny foreheads and think they so full of knowledge and wisdom they can talk to you like you a 3-year-old. Some of these Negroes got more emotions than a woman. Feelings just get hurt. And then, they want to talk about you bad. Yeah, that nigga frackety-frackety-frack. And that Negro frackety-frackety-frack. Well, y'all just keep on frackety-fracking on about your brother Jacob. Because I don't take none of you clowns seriously. Hell, I don't take myself seriously. So what the hell make you think I'm going to take you seriously? You Negroes need to put on some panties and go sit down somewhere. Real men ain't never been scared of real men amongst Hebrews. The hell y'all picked that trait up from? Hanging around these crackers too much. I don't know what it is, but I'm sick of it. But them two type individuals, and all of y'all have ran across one or two of them in your walk, I'm sure. A fool has more hope than them. Because they words, the things they let fly out of their mouth unbridled, get them in trouble. Now let's take a close look at James chapter 1, verse 26. Let's go there. The book of James, chapter 1, verse 26. We read, if any man among you seem to be religious, that brother, he reads the word, man. That brother always talking the word, man. And bridleth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart. This man's religion is vain. A better understanding of this verse would be this. If any man among you seem to be Yah-firm, and bridleth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man's worship is vain. Understanding this verse in this context will help you understand that you can't preach and teach the word of the Most High while cussing wildly in anger and talking down to people and think you are going to beat somebody into submission with the truth. You'll run across Negroes like this in this walk. But I'm here to tell them, it don't work that way. When we speak out of a carnal mind, from the flesh, evil things come out and defile a man. But if we speak from the spiritual, good things will come out. Now check this. We've all had arguments with somebody that you love. Husband and wives, wives and husbands, family members. When the heat of your anger, you will let things fly out of your mouth unbridled that were intentionally mean and hurtful. Often because you thought they cast the first insult or hateful thing. And it escalates from there. And before you know it, both of y'all done said some things that you regretted and wish you could take back. And sometimes the result of these types of altercations can lead to domestic violence. Some knives are being poured out in a little pistol play. Because you know, you Hebrews, y'all got some mouths on y'all now. Especially when you get fired up and, you know, I'm talking about spitting mad. So mad and cussing, you saying 10 words a minute, can't get nothing out properly. These type situations can lead to domestic violence and broken marriages or relationships. Do y'all remember the childhood saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me? That's a damn lie. That ain't true. I'll give you an example. Let your wife or woman go buy a new dressing. She thinks she's looking nice and sexy in it, and she put it on and sashay over to you and say, do this dress make me look fat? And you say, fat as a pig. And look how wide your rear end is, big as a wagon gate. No, I don't like that dress. Take that one back. You know you just done messed up terribly, don't you? Them few words gonna get you sleeping on the couch for the next 6 months and eating cold hot dogs. Words have power. And sometimes it ain't even got to be a word. You can give your woman a look like, no, I know you ain't going to do that one. And she hurt. But let alone the words come out your mouth. Let her go spend all Saturday, Sunday up at the beauty salon, getting a new hairdo, trying to look nice for you. She come in the house and say, how you like my hairstyle? And you say something like, where's Diana Ross and the other Supremes? What, y'all doing a show at the Apollo tonight? What the hell you did to your head? Wrong answer. Them words hurt. You sisters up in here, if them words hurt that Brother Jacob just gave an example of, put a hallelujah 1,000 up in here so these brothers know never to tell y'all that when y'all approach them in that manner. See, I thought so. That sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but words will never hurt me. Y'all ain't grew up around the type Hebrews I done grew up with. Hebrews that condone you so bad, they'll send you home crying when you was in your youth. Oh yeah, your words do hurt Zion. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. Know this. Words are powerful. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 23. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 23, we read, whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from trouble. When your woman asks you about that dress, you could have kept your mouth and your tongue. It kept your soul from them oncoming troubles you about to have. For them unbridled words that came flying out. We must learn the wisdom of this Zion. For indeed, words are powerful. By our words, we are justified or condemned on the day of judgment. Now, Yeshua said this. Let's go to the book of John, chapter 6, verse 63. One verse. In John chapter 6, verse 63, we read, "It is the Spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit, and they are life." They are spirit, and they are life. When Yahushua spoke, his words were spirit. And so the question must be, what kind of spirit are we bringing when we speak words? Are they according to the Spirit of the Most High, so that they might bring life? Or is our words according to the spirit of the adversary, Satan the devil, the unclean spirit, the corrupt spirit that does not give life? We all know that the rabble rousers, the hell raisers, them stiff-necked Hebrews who just love to stir it up. Moses had to deal with them in the wilderness. Dathan and Korah, them wanna-be men of renown. Sneaky as all get out. Think they slicker than snot. Oh, they love to pull a weasel move, the backdoor move, to run hither and to run yon, just stirring it up, burning phone lines up, whispering tales. It's like they can't go to sleep at night unless they done stirred up a little something. Sometimes I believe them Negroes get in the bed at night and say to themselves, did I stir any trouble today? And that Negro will rise up out that bed like a vampire, reaching for them cell phones, because he got to get a little something stirred up before he can even lay his head on a pillow. Now, we all know that the rabble rousers, the hell raisers, those who love to sow discord among the brethren, they specialize in using words that can cause harm or stir up trouble. And they have pleasure in doing so. A lot of times, some rabble rousers like to sling insults and then slyly try to pass them off as a joke. The scriptures compares these type of troublemakers with unbridled tongues to a madman wildly throwing out wounds left and right, seeking who he can hurt with his words. But this type of behavior should never be found among the saints. Let's go to the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verses 3 and 4. Somebody gonna get some understanding pertaining to these matters this Shabbat. And I'm giving all praise, glory, and honor to the Most High Yah. In the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verses 3 and 4 we read, "But fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness, let it not be once named among you, as becometh saints, neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather giving of thanks. We ain't supposed to be sitting up just letting filthy words pour out of our mouths. Man, I was watching that marathon and that Triple X poem, and man, I'd be like, man, what? Where's your mind at, Hebrew? I don't want to hear that. Your tales are, some of these Hebrews out of control out here. We're instructed. Don't dwell on filthiness. No foolish talking, just talking crazy. Man, you get a green egg and you get a yellow egg and put some salt on it with a little pepper, it's good. Huh? I'm like, man, did they sprinkle some crack on this brother's blunt? What did he just say? I don't want to be around no foolish talking. Ain't got time for it. Insane babblings. Now check this. Nor jesting. That's them jokers who love to throw insults, but slyly try to pass it off like a joke. That old coarse jesting. Those Hebrews who like to use hurtful or harmful jokes. You see Hebrews slinging them at each other. Hey, man, look at your teeth. Brother got a few teeth missing, up top and bottom. Man, look at that brother's teeth. Look like he been eating bricks. We gonna call that nigga brick eater. No, man, I'm just joking. Man, when you go to the dentist, brick eater. No, I'm just joking, man. That nigga ain't joking. Number one, you do need to go to the dentist. But number two, this Negro don't need to be publicly calling you brick eater in front of your partners, and then there they go sniggling, because it was kind of funny. And there you go, your feelings hurt. You gonna man up. Oh, nigga, go ahead on, man. Talking like a ventriloquist, because now everybody know you been eating on bricks. You got that brick eater look. You got them lips kind of tight. Oh, go ahead on, man. But those words hurt that brother. And it was meant to. Even though the court jester tried to play it off by slinging them hurtful words as a joke. Here go another one. Damn, Mally, man, look at your head, man. Man, you looking like Bozo around the head, man. Your hairline and went back about 5 years. Look like overnight. They got a 2-for-1 deal at the Hair Club for Men. Look at that nigga. No, I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking. No, man, I'm just joking. No, Mally looking at you under-eyed and sideways like he ready to throw some haymakers and jawbreakers. He didn't take too kindly to your court jesting. And see, a brother like me, I just haul off and slug you. Because I know that was an intentional insult that you was trying to pass off by a little court jester. Now, if there's anybody in here that understood those two examples that I just gave, put a 5 up in here for your brother Jacob. Please. I don't want to talk over nobody's heads. I want understanding to go forth to the 4 corners of this planet. Toda Rabbah. Now this is what the Holy Manuscript says about these court jesters. These want to be slick with their insult Hebrews. Let's go to the book of Proverbs chapter 26. Verses 18 and 19. Calling that man brick eater. Even got his boy sniggling. You know that brother ready to throw some blows? Make me lose my spot up in here. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 26, See, I have to use them kind of examples, you Hebrews, so that even the simple can understand. Don't want to talk over nobody's head. Your brother Jacob don't roll like that. I want the highest intellectual to understand. I want that brother wasn't paying a lick of attention in the 3rd grade, eating them annihilators in the back of the room. Watch yourself, Shimano, y'all. We know you got that snack training early, Ak. We want everybody to understand. Whoo. Boy, you Hebrews something else. Whoo. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 26, verses 18 and 19, we read, as a madman who casteth firebrands, arrows, and death, so is the man that deceiveth his neighbor and saith, am not I in sports? I was just playing. I was just joking. You know, you could do something deceitful to somebody, and then it boomerang and you get caught in the midst of your deception, and that nigga will all of a sudden to say, oh man, I was just playing, you know, I was just joking. No, he wasn't playing. He wasn't joking. That was his true nature at work. For these are the people who casteth firebrands, arrows, and death. For those arrows and those firebrands are the words that they use when they spit them unbridled at those that they cast them at. These kind love to pass out an insult like it's just a joke or something. Let us remember one of the prayers of King David. Let's go to the 64th Psalm. Let y'all know this ain't a phenomenon that's just happening in our lifetime and your lifetime. King David prayed on these matters. Let's go to the 64th Psalm, verses 2 and 3. In the 64th Psalm, verses 2 and 3, we read, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. There it is. Bitter words are arrows, you Hebrews. And so, if our words we speak have a bitter tone to them, they are arrows to destroy and wound. And we see here that words have the power to kill and to destroy. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. I love the script. Let's put it to the test, line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little, just as it is written. For it all lines up perfectly, that understanding might be had by one and all. Todayah. In Proverbs 18 and 21, we clearly read, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. And so, we had a choice of whether we are going to impart life or impart death through the words that we speak. With our tongue, the Most High has given man the ability to create or destroy. What comes out of our mouths can impact whether another person walks in righteousness or unrighteousness. So, ask yourself this: how ought we to speak the words of the living Elohim? In response to wrath, we are called, it says, to speak a soft word. Let's go to the book of Proverbs chapter 15, verses 1 through 4. Very appropriate in this hour. In Proverbs chapter 15, verses 1 through 4, we read, "A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger." Don't never get into an argument with these grievous Negroes, because it'll be like throwing gasoline on a fire. Verse 2, "The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. The eyes of Yahweh are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit." Here is wisdom. A wholesome tongue will be a tree of life that will compel people to turn away from unrighteousness. That's what we do when we put forth these lessons, Zion. That's what we do when we come together to fellowship with one another, Yisrael. To build one another up, not tear each other down. If y'all agree with that, put a 12 for the 12 tribes up in here. Because the remnant gonna get it. And the way these 12s flying up in here, you Hebrews get it. Todah Rabbah. But check this. If we are walking in perverseness with our tongue, it will break the spirit rather than build it. You see, you Israelites, Yah's words gives us knowledge. And we are called to use that knowledge rightly. Even the words of Yahweh that he gives us, if we use those words improperly, they can be destructive. As you are about to bear witness to. Here is a perfect example.
I guarantee you, all you niggas in that house of consciousness, you 5%ers and you Moors, I guarantee every last one of you bastards wear your pants hanging off your ass. I bet you $1,000, man. Every last one of you niggas in that house of unconsciousness wear your pants hanging off your ass. Don't you know that started in jail? And not only did it start in jail, that was an indication for one faggot to know that the other guy was a faggot. Yeah. This is well known. Okay? My pops told me this shit back in 1989. You know how long that is? That's 25 years ago.
That's right.
My pops told me that. Because he was getting on my stepbrother who's a knucklehead by nature. And if you watching this nigga, the Lord gonna kill your ass too, nigga. You and your whole family. But anyway, they a bunch of knuckleheads. My pops married into some fucking knuckleheads, man. But anyway, all that shit you be listening to in hip hop, walking around here with your pants hanging off your ass. You see one nigga over here, nigga didn't even have his shoelaces, his sneakers tied. If your shoes got laces and it's supposed to be tied, man, you dumbass niggas and spicks. That's right. All of a sudden, you niggas are all sensitive now. What happened? When I was coming up, niggas wasn't sensitive like that. I tell you straight, you won't call me a nigga, call me that nigga. I'll be that nigga. I don't give a shit. But how the fuck you niggas so sensitive nowadays, man? What happened to you niggas, man? You used to be hardcore. You niggas used to be hardcore. Going up to the Bronx and Brooklyn to the abandoned warehouses and shooting videos up in there. Now you niggas are straight up faggots, man. You niggas are straight faggots. I'm not even talking to you guys that's in your 20s. I'm talking to you motherfuckers that's in your 30s and 40s, man. Walking around. You niggas back in the 90s was hardcore. Niggas walk hardcore. Niggas always had the gat on them. Now you see these niggas, pants hanging off their ass. I ain't talking about a nigga in his 20s. I ain't gonna bother with him. I'm talking about you niggas in your 30s and 40s, man. Back in the 90s, when I was coming up, everybody was hard rock. Everybody was thugs. Now I see the nigga who was a year older than me, who graduated high school, when we was over there on 14th Street. This nigga was walking down the street floating. Meanwhile, in high school, he was so hardcore, I used to want to kill this motherfucker. Now I see him walking down the street floating. Really? Hey, give me 2 Peter's 2 and 6, man. Turn the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, man.
2 Peter chapter 2, verse 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes.
Why did the Lord turn the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes? Because there's 5 cities of faggots, lesbians, and everything sexually deviant, man. What's going on in those 5 cities, man? And the Lord got tired of that shit, man. Just like the Lord is tired of America. When the last man is sealed, when the last man of the elect is sealed, that's when you're not going to see us out here anymore. You know where we're going to be at? Looking for you. Give me Jeremiah 16:16. You stay where you at. Finish that. Somebody else give me Jeremiah 16:16.
All right, Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I was sent for many fishers, save the Lord.
That's what we're doing out here. We're not just in New York. GMS camps are all over the earth. All over the earth, all over the shores of America. And that's how the elect is getting fish. Hey, give me Romans 10:17 and 18. Before you finish that off, give me Romans 10:17 and 18, man.
Romans chapter 10, verse 17. So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High.
Now, how the hell is all the elect is going to come by 34th Street and 7th Avenue? That's not going to happen. Go ahead.
But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, this sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world.
How was that? Via the internet. Via the internet. This word is going out viral. This word is viral. It's all over the earth. So I got something to say to all you people that like to talk shit about us. You better start being very afraid. Because sooner or later, all hell is going to pop loose. Don't you know we're past the deadline for everybody in America supposed to have a chip? What the hell you think is going to start going on? You're going to start seeing more so-called terrorist attacks. Like that bullshit over there in Fort Hood. Another thing, you crackers are goddamn lightweight. You crackers are fucking lightweight. So what for you cocksucker crackers got killed in Fort Hood? And you crying over that? You crackers ain't shit. I can't wait to kill you crackers. I want to kill you with an axe, man. So I can chop your fucking head off. Chop your body in fucking half. And then I ain't finished there. You got family members? I'm going to come and kill your whole fucking family. Then I'm going to burn the whole fucking house down. You crackers are fucking lightweight. You put this bullshit in the news. So what for you crackers get killed? So what if 50 of you crackers get killed? That ain't shit. Give me the fucking slavery sign, man. You fucking crackers got a lot of goddamn nerve, man. I'm sick of talking to you, man. Look at this shit. And you want to talk about a few crackers getting killed? I don't care if 1 million of you crackers got killed. That ain't shit. I won't be satisfied till every goddamn cracker is eliminated off the face of the earth. And that ain't gonna happen until the kingdom, man. After 1,000 years. And that's only to get rid of that nasty pale flesh skin you got, man. Because contrary to popular belief, that's disgusting for your skin to look like that. Your blood showing through the goddamn skin. That's disgusting, man. Read on out.
But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, this sound went into all the earth, and their words into the ends of the world.
This is 2 Peter 2:6.
Nah, give me them. Yeah.
Right, back to Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them.
So the elect is going to be sealed. So I ain't gotta say, well, maybe the elect is going to be. No, the elect is going to be sealed. Go ahead.
And after will I send for many hunters.
Yeah, and after the elect is sealed, then the Lord is going to turn those men into some vicious warriors, man.
That's right.
Some vicious warriors, man. You gonna get straight up killed, man. And not only you gonna get killed, you're gonna get killed elaborately. I'm gonna just take this axe, I'm gonna just chop you up. Nah, man. It's up to me. I'm gonna kill your whole family first and put the spirit on you. You stand right there and watch me kill your whole family. And then I'm gonna come and kill you. And I'm gonna take my time too, man. I'm gonna be like my man on Reservoir Dogs. When he had them off, when he turned on the music, he put on that Wheels and Steelers, he started dancing, and the guy was tied up like, he just started like, well, what the fuck is he gonna do to me? And then he just walked up to him, he took the knife and he slashed his ear off and he was like, can you hear me? That's how I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna take my time and kill you.
What happened was...
And then when your last bit of breath, especially if I can choke you, I'm gonna choke you where you almost about ready to die, and I'm gonna let my hands go. And you're gonna, and I'm gonna come back on you again and really choke the fucking shit out of your head, fucking pop over like a fucking grape. Go ahead.
And they should hunt them.
And you gonna be hunted. Hey, you ever been hunting? You know what's the most fun part about hunting? It's not actually killing the prey. It's actually the hunt. It's the thrill of the hunt, man. It's the thrill of the hunt. To be sitting so...
This is Satan.
Yeah, we know it's Satan. That's why his kingdom is falling, man. Look at this bullshit, man. Look at this garbage, man. Read that again, huh?
Right. And they should hunt them from every mountain and from every hill.
So right there, from every mountain. So you high-level government officials, you're going to be hunted down. And every hill, you low government officials in all these cities, all you city officials, you want to be hunted down like the pieces of shit that you are, man. And you niggas that's down there, down with City Hall and all that, you going to be hunted too, man. Goddamn cocksucking niggas. The only way to be up in this white man's higher in his military and his politics, you got to be a faggot, man. You got to suck cock. Because the white man's a goddamn faggot by nature. And this woman, this so-called white woman, is a goddamn lesbian bitch. And you stink. You crackers stink too. And you don't know how to take a shower? All you know how to do is just put soap on your body. You don't know how to use a goddamn wash rag? You fucking filthy bastards.
That's right.
Hate you fucking crackers.
That's right.
Like to take his guitar and bash him right over his head with it.
That's right.
That ass?
Yeah, I would like to do it.
For what? What the fuck do you have against me?
I don't like you. I don't like you and your
For what,
people.
yo?
All the shit you did to us, you fucking cocksucker.
All the shit I did,
Man,
all
you
my
a fucking
friends are black,
musician.
son.
Go down there. Go
All
down
my
there.
friends are black, son.
Let's fuck you and your friends,
Fucking
bitch.
racist, son.
Yeah, I am racist. Hey, guess what? Tell your mother next night she can suck my cock. Do it good. Tell your bitch mother not to use her teeth when she's sucking me off. You just mad because your moms had my nuts in her mouth like they was honey roasted. I disrespect any one of you cocksuckers that come up here. Even if your mother's dead, I'll disrespect that bitch. If your father's dead, I'll disrespect that motherfucker too. That's my name. My name is disrespect.
come back in slavery anyway.
And guess what? You gonna come back and serve some fucking slavery, and I'm gonna disrespect your ass again. And I'm gonna disrespect your children. And if your father and mother is old in the kingdom, I'm gonna disrespect them and kick them down a flight of fucking stairs. And I'm gonna tell that motherfucker to get up and go to work. I ain't fucking joking.
Right.
Go ahead, Hot.
This is Isaiah 33:18. Thine heart shall meditate terror.
And you supposed to be meditating upon terror every goddamn day. You in this truth, you supposed to be meditating terror, man. You're not supposed to be like these fly-by-night Israelite groups out there like Nate and all these niggas out here. Talking that bullshit. These fly-by-night Israelites, man. You Nat King Cole Israelites, man. You baby-faced Israelites. But you got the whip appeal. You R&B niggas, man. You niggas, yeah. Hey, them niggas is like mint condition. Them niggas are like mint. Yeah, that's what you niggas are, man. You niggas are mint condition prophets, man. Singing them goddamn fucking love songs. You supposed to tell a woman, I got your love right fucking here. That's what I do. Bitch don't like it, tell her go kick some fucking rocks. I don't give a shit out. They don't like the way that I got foam on my lips, fuck them. Don't fucking watch our videos, damn it. Go ahead. If you ain't fucking learning anything, stop watching our fucking videos. You got nigga, idiot last week gonna ask me, well, the Sabbath comes in according to the new moon. A nigga been listening to the camp for goddamn almost 5 fucking years.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah, damn fool, man. Go ahead, Ak.
This is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 5. And to the others he said in mine hearing.
Yeah, to you simple ass niggas and spicks that don't want to hear. Go ahead. You want to kiss the white man's ass? This fucking cracker, red bastard. That's why your woman stayed running to us, and your woman ain't shit either, man. I want a so-called white woman to come up to me talking about, yo, I want to do you right. I'd be like, bitch, go fucking kick rocks. Yeah, I let her suck me off real quick as long as she's single. Then I'm gonna tell her to go kick some fucking rocks. Go ahead, man.
And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite.
Yeah, so the Lord gonna have heavy death angels out for the rest of you niggas and spicks out here. Like I always said, if I was a cop, I'd be killing you niggas. I'd kill you niggas and spicks at least 3 days a week. I'd be shooting you niggas at least 3 days a week, man. And just to make mockery of you, I'll shoot you right in the back, too. Right in the back of your fucking nigga skull. I'm sick of you niggas and spicks. Goddamn stupid ass niggas. Stupid ass spicks. Give me Isaiah 51 and 20. Dumbass niggas hanging out on the corners all goddamn night, playing your stupid radios, your stupid music. Go ahead,
Isaiah 51 and 20. Thy sons have fainted.
The sons of the Lord are the children of Israel, the men of the nation of Israel, to be exact. Sons done fainted. Go ahead.
They lie at the head of all the streets.
Yeah, you niggas at the corner. You lie at the head of all the streets. The head of the streets are the corners. So in every ghetto you have, a nigga standing on the corner. It ain't stopped right there. Cracker laughing. I'm gonna laugh when you in slavery, bitch. Go ahead.
As a wild bull in a net.
Yeah, like a wild bull in the net. In other words, you wild as you want to be, man. Killing each other, shooting down, selling drugs, getting high on the corner, walking around with your pants hanging off your ass. Hey, a lot of you niggas are being faggots nowadays. A ton of you niggas are being faggots. That's the white man and his woman that will be a faggot and a lesbian. You niggas, man, back in the day used to be hardcore, man. Especially back in the 70s when you watch them like Good Times. That's why they got rid of James Avery and kept that nigga fucking JJ there. A non-threatening nigga, man. With the father, they had to get rid of his ass. Go ahead.
They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy power.
That's why you on the street corner being all simplest and hell and all this gentrification.
Okay, everybody come back up into the room. On just the parts that you've seen of this, do you think that is how the Most High wants us to represent Him before the entire world? I say hell to the no. after seeing something like this. Can y'all understand why I did the lesson on guilt by association? Hear this angry Planet of the Apes looking Negro standing out on a street corner, foaming at the mouth and cursing wildly, who calls himself a Hebrew Israelite. Let it be known worldwide. These type Negroes don't represent me. And I'm sure these type of wannabe militant Negroes don't represent you either. If that's the case, put a hallelujah 1,000 up in her. This Negro out on the street corners talking about killing his own stepbrother and his whole family. Talking about brothers and sisters like dogs. Cursing wildly. Foaming at the mouth like some kind of rabid beast. These out-of-control Negroes think they are the elect. They brainwashed by their so-called elders who are paid government agents in a PSYOP program ran by the Central Intelligence Agency, likened to COINTELPRO, so that the entire world believes that when you say you're a black Hebrew Israelite, the first thing they want the world to think is you one of them. And that ain't hardly the case. And let me let them crackers in the government know, we're not going for the ploy that worked so well against the Black Panthers. We ain't going for the ploy y'all worked against our people back in the 60s and 70s. We are far too intelligent and intellectual, and we'll tell you crackers to your face, we don't play the guilt by association game. Now see, a lot of times, I don't even blame these out-of-control young Negroes on these street corners. I blame their elders. These Negroes always talking about killing white folks. I want to pick up an axe. I want to chop your head, and doing it while white folks walking by. You know they got to have an agreement with the police. Or do y'all think they'll go down to Lookout Mountain, Tennessee, and talk like that amongst them crackers? Do y'all think they'll go out to Stone Mountain, Georgia, in the cracker hotbed, and foam at the mouth and tell them crackers walking by that they want to chop their babies' heads off? Hell no. Now these GMS cats, I'm getting sick of them. And I know that was hard for some of y'all to see, but you need to see and hear these things, because there's reverberations over the entire world. What if I told you our Israelite brothers and sisters caught up trying to get their citizenship papers in Israel? Something like this could be a contributing factor. Because you can believe them Edomites is looking at this. And do you think they want to let one of these type Hebrews anywhere close to the Holy Land? What if I told you that Hebrew Passovers all over America were under surveillance because of these type of out-of-control Negroes running around here calling themselves Hebrew Israelites? They want to put us, quote unquote, on the watch list as some type of domestic terrorist. I tell this heathen all the time. I read up in my manuscript, the Most High gonna bust y'all heads to the white meat. Brother Jacob ain't got to lift a finger. So when you come watching me, you're watching me going from work to work, handling my business, doing my Israelite business, handling my Abba business, keeping it moving. Ain't got time to get caught up in your foolishness. We categorically reject your currently running PSYOP program, this COINTELPRO offshoot directed at the Hebrew Israelites. And I hope y'all understand this, Zion. For if you ever are approached, ever get a line of questioning, and they try to link you up with one of these type of crazy Negroes or one of these crazy camps, stand on it. Let it be known, indeed, I'm a Hebrew Israelite born and bred in my mama's womb. But I sure ain't with them maniacs. And I like to tell the Christians, you can't label me and paint me with the same broad brush you want to do this moron. Just like I won't associate you with Jim Jones and David Koresh, who were Christians, and drank the poison Kool-Aid and tried to shoot it out with the feds, and they all got burnt up and killed. So don't try it on me. Don't try the guilt by association game with me. Learn this, you Israelites, and understand this. How can you call yourself teaching and preaching from the word of the Most High, and then in the next breath, you let some of the most vile things that's imaginable come out your mouth? It don't work like that. You ain't representing the Most High. You putting in work for the adversary. And some of us ain't scared to let you Negroes know it. These GMS Negroes always talking about killing. The only documented killing I done ever seen one of these Negroes do was Peter Moses Jr. down in Durham, North Carolina, who killed his 4-year-old stepboy and his mama when he was living up in a wife with his 4 and 5 wives and 9 children. Got all them silly heifers working and doing his bidding, all of them calling him the Lord. And these Negroes treat what women they got like dirt. And these silly heifers go for it. And he got one of the silly heifers to kill the other silly heifer after they killed the 4-year-old baby. Then when Peter Moses of the GMS, the great millstone, get caught, what did he do? This nigga snitched out his own mother and brother who tried to help cover up the murders for him, so he wouldn't get the death penalty. He turned state witness against his own mother and brother, just like this foaming at the mouth Planet of the Apes looking Negro would do if he got caught up, because that's the nature of these Negroes. And they're call themselves men of Yah. Well, if ain't nobody else gonna tell you, player, Brother Jacob Israel out the STL gonna tell you. What you Negroes are doing is shameful, and you're gonna be held accountable. Because the Holy Manuscripts say, every idle word out our mouths will be presented on the day of judgment. Now, if y'all understand that, put a 777 up in her. This moron don't even realize all that foaming and hollering, he got the answer for that. Talking about killing innocent women and children, he got the answer for that. Todah Rabbah. I must bring these things to you Israelites' attention, lest they slip past you, or you get caught unawares. And I know that was hard for some of y'all ears, but it's time, it's war, it's spiritual warfare out here. That's why we must understand the power of our words. You know, like I say, these type of militant, wannabe militant Negroes don't represent me or you. The so-called elders or leaders of these Hebrew camps are paid agents who have been set up by the federal government to project to the whole world that this type madness is what being a black Hebrew Israelite is about. And our enemies are using videos like this to try to paint all Hebrews with a broad brush and say we are all one and the same. If you call yourself a Hebrew Israelite. But let me state again. To be heard in Tel Aviv to Langley. We don't play the guilt by association game, you heathens, and we refuse to wear the labels you want to put on us. These Hebrews truly don't understand the power of words. Especially words like these that are being broadcasted all over the world and give us a bad name. Corrupt thoughts lead to corrupt speech. We must harden our hearts to sinful and corrupt thoughts. Because see, oftentimes you can catch yourself in the mindset of your own mind. For you know when that thought comes in your mind. And you formulate it in your brain. You have to enjoin yourself in this spiritual battle that you find yourself in to fight the temptation of letting corrupt thoughts turn into corrupt speech, which turns into corrupt actions, which turns into corrupt character, and turns into a corrupt man. We can avoid corrupt and perverse thoughts by not listening to the corrupt words of this world. We, the true elect of the Most High, the remnant of the children of Israel, 12 tribes strong, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, who will hear my voice and will hear this lesson. We must beware of what enters our ears and our eyes. The things which are corrupt that can produce this type of behavior. Let no corrupt thoughts corrupt you, Zion. We must be prepared even to do battle spiritually within our inner minds, within the inner depths of our heart. For the adversary is coming after us hard. And he will even use those who look like us to try to stop us in our tracks. We already put down by some of our loved ones who refuse to adhere to the laws, statutes, and commandments, all 613 of them that the Most High has given unto us. They claim we've turned our back on their religion that many of you were raised in, which we have. We cast it away like filthy rags, and we walk anew on a path with the Most High, walking as Yahushua HaMashiach walked, that we might obtain the kingdom. We must do battle if needed. Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 4 and 5. I know that video shook some of you Hebrews, but you need to be aware in this hour, especially if you have the blessed knowledge of your true ancestry. And you should proclaim yourself to be a Hebrew Israelite. But you got forces out there unaware who will try to spring something on you and want to liken you to some morons like you witnessed this Shabbat, that you needed to witness, that you needed to hear, that you be not caught up like them. In 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 4 and 5, we read, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High Yah to the pulling down of strongholds." The weapons of our warfare ain't carnal. We ain't taking these heathens with AK-47s and shotguns and pistols. We come up short. We ain't got no jet fighters and Apache Hellfire missile helicopters. I love Shmanuya. But if we on the run and we run up on a helicopter, I know I can't fly the damn thing, and I don't trust that he can either. He might say, "Come on, Jake. I done played some video games, man. I can try to fly us on over there." I'm going to be like, "No, feet don't fail me now. I'm keep running, partner." I don't know how to operate that thing. And you was eating too many snacks up into Ohio to learn how to fly. Player. Let's keep it moving. You Negroes don't know how to find no supersonic jets. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Y'all don't get it. Always talking about what you gonna take. You Negroes ain't taking nothing but a bath. At least I pray. I hope you ain't foaming at the mouth and smelling up under the armpits and the crack of your rear end too out there. But the only thing you Negroes gonna take is maybe a bath. You ain't taking nothing. Who you fooling? Everywhere I read in the manuscript, the Most High say he gonna do the heavy lifting. So no man can take credit. If it's anybody in this room that agrees and understands with me on that, put a 100 up in her. Beware of these Negroes always talking about what they gonna take. Negro can't go down there and take a job application. Negro can't take a bill and pay it. Always talking about what he gonna take. When all he might take is a bath. Toda Rabbah. Let me read that again, verse 4. Let's start with verse 3, our key. So some greater understanding might be had. Repost that for me. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 3, 4, and 5. We read, "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh." Let me say that again. "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yah to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach. You're supposed to be able to get a grip when an evil or wicked thought come in your mind. You're supposed to be able to put the brakes on and put it on hold immediately as you wax stronger and stronger in your walk with Yah. We can, by spiritual warfare, take captive every thought to the obedience of Yeshua HaMashiach, rejecting every false way, every thought contrary to the Spirit of Yah. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verses 5 through 14. I hope some of you Hebrews can handle some of this real talk. You know, every now and then I got to give a down and dirty lesson. I got to singe a few words, and I know sometimes you Hebrews say, man, Jacob kind of rough around the edges. But sometimes you got to be rough when you're dealing with Hebrews. You got to be rough, that understanding might be had. Sometimes you got to show a video like I shared with you, so you know what's going on, because some of y'all ain't aware to your surroundings. And you need to be brought up to speed. In the 19th Psalms, verses 5 through 14, we read, which is a bridegroom coming out of his chamber and rejoices as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit into the ends of it. And there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. The law of the Most High is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of Yahshua, making wise the simple. The statutes of Yah are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of Yah is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Most High is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of Yah are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold. Sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them there is great reward. Who can understand his errors? Cleanse thou me from secret parts. Or excuse me, cleanse thou me from secret faults. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. Verse 14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Yahweh, my strength and my Redeemer. Hallelujah! Holy Abba Yah, in the name of your Son, Yahushua HaMashiach, we acknowledge that our words have not always been according to your words, nor according to the way in which you would call us to speak your words. We humbly ask this Shabbat that you would cleanse our hearts. Grant us that clean heart that is promised us in your word. Let the words in our mouth and the meditation in our hearts be acceptable in your eyes, because you are our strength For we know there is power in our words. That's our lesson. The power of our words.